Hey, Orchard Hill family. At this point, you already know what this is about. This is an announcement I didn't really expect to be making, but this weekend we are going to be shutting down our worship gatherings due to some concerns around the coronavirus. I realize that there are those who will look at this action and think that we are overreacting, and there are those who, if we didn't do this, would think that we weren't doing enough to do our part. But after much prayer and consideration with those on our elder board as well as staff, we've decided that this makes the most sense for our community right now. Just to honor kind of the wishes of the governor to say we are going to not hold gatherings that are more than 250. So all of our campuses will be shut down from worship this weekend. Other activities under 250 will still be happening, so groups, studies, those kinds of things. What we've tried to do throughout this process is follow the CDC guidelines, and that is what we've done. And at the moment that I'm recording this, although it may change, there is not a confirmed case in Pittsburgh, but certainly that looks like that could change, and if the schools close down, that'll change some of our thinking as well. But this weekend, we didn't want to be part of the spread of this virus. But here's what I really want to say to you if this is your church home. The church is about a lot more than a gathering. Certainly gatherings are important. They're part of what gives a church its life and its distinction. But what the church really is it's a group of people who are committed to God and to living out His principles in a community and to doing it together. And so this is really an opportunity for us to be the church. It's an opportunity for us to love people, to look for those who are in need, who have situations that maybe they can't meet in their own strength, and step into the gap. It's a time not to live with fear, but to live with a confidence that we have a God who holds all things in His hand. And so even if this gets worse than what it is at the moment, to be able to say as the people who are the church, that we don't live with a sense of fear because we serve a God who's greater than all of our fears. And so let me just give you a couple verses. Brady Randall shared this the other day. I thought it was really good. This is from Psalm 112, verses 6 and following. It says, "For the righteous will never be moved. He will be remembered forever. He's not afraid of bad news. His heart is firm, trusting in the Lord. His heart is steady. He will not be afraid until he looks in triumph on his adversaries." And then I love this. Brady didn't read this part, but verse 9 says, "He distributed freely, He has given to the poor." And the reason I love that is a godly response to crisis is to say, I'm not going to be afraid. Not I'm going to skip like realistic kind of judgment of what's going on, but I'm not going to fear what's going on because I know God and I know He holds this in the palm of His hands, and I'm going to look to serve and help in the midst of this. And so this is an opportunity for us to do this. I hope you'll participate online this weekend. And I also would just encourage you not to shrink up in the giving category. If you haven't been giving online, this is an opportunity maybe to do that. There's a link on our webpage for you to do that and to participate in that way as well if that's part of your pattern. If you're in a place where you're in an industry where you may get squeezed in the days ahead and this isn't a time to give, we certainly understand that. But if you are confident of your income moving forward, we certainly would love to have you continue to give and participate in that part of the life of the church as well. So thanks, and know that we'll be praying and you can participate online this weekend in the services of Orchard Hill.